He's told you what to do. You either say yes or stop wasting his time.
Fair call.
And then left, went to right and said, let's go. And I remember saying to you, let's go. I'll just do whatever it takes. And I have to say, I actually get goosebumps because it's the best thing I've ever done, apart from having my child, who's now married. But you've changed my life.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast.
Kerry, a single mum to an 11-year-old boy, moved back to Sydney. Determined to build wealth for herself and her son, she worked hard to build a property portfolio. Kerry was in a good place. Until bad advice led to bad investments and the wrong strategy. Searching for help, Kerry found Infinity, but the advice wasn't what she wanted to hear. Told to sell almost everything and start again, shock set in. She did nothing for a year. Then she finally said, "Let's go." She rebuilt, restructured, reshuffled. Now she's securing her dream penthouse with strategy, with discipline, with control. What does it take to sell almost everything, rebuild smarter, and come out stronger? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to another episode of the Money Mentor. Very, extremely lovely, beautiful regular guest here. I wanted to introduce Kerry. Welcome back. How are you?
Good to see you, G.
It's always good to see you, looking very golden and shiny.
Well, I'm that gold lady.
You've lost a lot of weight. You look fantastic.
Thank you so
Can
much.
you give me some of the secrets?
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. All right, moving right along. Well, you've been very consistent.
Yeah.
In all things, actually. So we wanted to, and people can go back and listen to some of your earlier episodes and conversations together on both your podcast and our podcast. But I wanted to catch up today because your world has done a almost complete 180, 360. I don't know which way. We've do-si-do and round, swing your partner round and round. It's kind of gone everywhere. So maybe we'll start for the non-Infinity Fam community, like random listeners or followers out there that see this. If you can give a quick bit of background of when you found us, how you found us, that journey, who you are, what you do, just a helicopter view.
Helicopter view. Well, I single mum, came back to Australia in 2003 from living in England. Worked very hard. In 2020, so just as COVID was starting, I found you online on a Zoom call, and you did some coaching. I'll never forget it. You coached me because I had 9 properties, and you said, well, here's what you need to do, and you mud mapped it for me and said what I should do. And what I should do and what I did do are 2 different things, but that's okay. We get there in the end. So it was very clear what I should do, and then life got in the way and I did nothing. But then I moved from Sydney to the Gold Coast, not realising how much I'd love the Gold Coast. And
Gold Coast.
Gold lady, Gold Coast gold.
There's a little bit of inevitable.
Exactly, it's inevitable. And we met up again, and I gave you a little scrap of paper with the 9 properties I had in it, because I'd lost contact, hadn't done anything. I joined, but did nothing.
Yeah, we just had you sitting there on pause.
Correct. Yeah. And then I gave you this scrappy bit of paper with my 9 properties. And what I tell this to people all the time. You took this scrap of paper, you looked at the properties, you said, right, well, this one's going to have problems with underpinning, this one's got a problem with flooding, and this one's going to have no And I'm sitting there going, he doesn't even have a freaking computer in front of him.
Well, I knew all the areas.
You knew.
And I was right too, because one of them you sold had underpinning issues.
Correct.
The other one had no capital gain. You had to sell it pretty much at I was bang on.
You were bang on.
In the moment on the piece of paper.
Correct.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. It still does to this day. It's one of those ones where you had no prompts, you had no computer, but you know. And it was at that moment that I went, oh, and then you said, come into the office. This was in the days when I could actually talk to you because now the business
Well,
is so big.
and I didn't even do clients back then, but I still said come into the office.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I feel very blessed.
Yeah.
And you said we're going to sell all 9 and start again.
8, almost 9.
You're right, 8.
Yeah.
I've got to keep one.
Beck got involved in it. So, yeah.
Oh, bless her. I will be forever eternally grateful. Thank you, Beck. And I had a moment, I'll never forget it. I had a moment where I went, that's not going to happen. The left-hand side of the brain went, that's not going to happen.
Yep.
The right-hand side of the brain went, don't waste his time. He's told you what to do. You either say yes or stop wasting his time.
Fair call.
And then left went to right and said, let's go. And I remember saying to you, let's go. I'll just do whatever it takes. And I have to say, I actually get goosebumps because it's the best thing I've ever done, apart from having my child, who's now married. But you've changed my life.
Okay. Well, you've done the work, so let's go back and delve into it a little bit. We got, out of the 9, we got rid of 7 or 8 in total.
Yep.
We held 1 because you wanted a property in Sydney, which was your home anyway. So there's no CGT, and it was your home in Sydney, and then you were moved to the Gold Coast, and where do I want to be, and still live in Sydney, but rent here and have an office here, etc.
Yeah.
So we got rid of the 8. Boy, was I right about all of them.
You were.
Like literally.
You were so right.
So like,
Yeah.
if anybody doubted ability, actually, I'm listening to you now. I'm like, yeah, I remember rattling them off on the beach walk there. Everyone was doing 60 strong or 75, and I was like, and you were like, oh, and you're a little bit almost offended and taken
I
aback.
was.
And I was like,
I was
and I went,
offended.
oh, sorry, you looked offended. I remember you were like,
I said to
who are you to tell me?
because I handed it to you saying,
There's a bit of front. There's a
yeah,
bit like,
there was.
look
There's
how well I've
massive
done.
front. Look at me.
Single lady,
Yeah.
worked my guts
Yeah.
out. I'm into, I've done well here.
Yeah.
And you had.
And
Just-
you said, I can tell you the words. You said, can I swear? Mm-hmm. Oh fuck, I can't unsee that. Quote unquote. That's when I puffed up and went, I know, how good. And you went, no, it's a clusterfuck. Come into my office, and that my total deflation went, oh.
Well, I couldn't unsee it. Like it would have, and it did keep me up at night. I'm like, you've done so well. You've worked your backside off. You've raised your beautiful son. Now married, great business. It's like, I know where this will and won't go. Like I can look at it and I go, that's going to cost X. That's going to cost Y.
It was amazing.
That's going to be sold at a loss, no matter how long you hold. Like it just these different areas you're in. I was like, due to some previous poor advice, not even your own fault, some previous
terrible.
very poor advice.
Yeah.
So I remember that moment, like, well, I can't unsee it, so I might as well deal with it, or it's going to keep me up at night. And then Beck got involved as well. She's like, what are you working on? Why are you seeing a client? So anyway, so 8 of the 9 gone, retained 1, which was your home. Talk about that journey, because, and I'll get to where we are today, but talk about that journey of letting go of the 8 and real estate agents talking to you on the phone and sending emails and text messages. And I'm saying, stop, I can finish the sentence before they finish saying. They're going to say A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
And you're like, why would that? Just go back and they're going to say, and literally it was like a script.
Yeah.
I could tell you what they were going to say before they
said it.
I could tell you how they were going to appraise it and do this. And it's like, it was almost comical sometimes.
Brisbane especially. You absolutely told me what this numbnut was going to say, word for word.
When they were going to say it, why they were going to say it, what the feedback would be, how it would play out.
Yeah.
It was like a storybook.
And I think that's the thing that I've taken from being part of this is the Infinity Way is honesty is the best policy, and you just tell it like it is, and you don't bullshit anybody. You go, this is what's going to happen. And there's a lot of people out there in this business that they're transactional, whereas you look much more long-term. And that's what I love about being part of this community. It's, as I said before, it's changed my life. I get goosebumps, G, because honestly, I turned a certain age last week.
21?
I'm now officially a pensioner.
You're officially a pensioner. 22.
Yeah, and a half.
22 and a half plus GST.
It's got a 6, it's got a 5, and I can't tell you anything else.
Okay.
So
we've ticked the 65.
We have.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over 45, so you're doing great. You
Yes.
should keep doing whatever it is you're doing that's consistent.
Lots of work. But I think that it was, for me, it was the honesty, and it was the way you just turned around to me and said, if you do this, this is the outcome.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do this, it's your old saying, you do you, boo. Like, you don't push anyone. You're like, if you want to take
You
my
didn't
advice.
talk to us for a year. I drew it
Well,
all out.
because
and I
my
go,
assumption was,
Yeah.
to be fair to me, my assumption was they're going to reach out to me because I wasn't quite sure what to do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you don't. Like, here's what you need to do,
do it or don't.
or do or don't. And so clearly I didn't for a year. And I remember that, yeah, there's been a couple of things, but you know what? I am now in a place where I can now do what you do very soon, which is continue to give back to others.
I love that. That's important.
Yeah.
So we went from 9
Yep.
down to 1. We got back
Yes.
up over 20 at
I
one
think
point.
at one point we were like 24.
23, 24, right? Controlling a lot of assets and buying and selling and flipping and buying and selling.
Yeah.
We're now in the process and we're under that now and we're now liquidating
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
So the stuff that I helped you fund and acquire in the past 5 years,
Yep.
we're now already selling a lot of that again. Why?
Because we're going to get into the penthouse. And I think we sold the 8.
Actually, to go back and give context, your thing to me was you wanted to have a place in Sydney and a place on the Gold Coast.
Correct.
You wanted to be able to bounce between the two for family, friends, business, life, lifestyle, location.
Yeah, I remember saying to you, can we re-engineer backwards? I want a place in Sydney, a place on the Gold Coast, the ability to get on a plane on the Gold Coast with a handbag and get down to Sydney.
Yep.
Car in each place, still run a business, but maybe not work as hard as I have been. And so re-engineer that backwards, because one of the things I think people don't have they have no idea. They'll turn around and say, oh, I want 50 properties.
Yeah, they're playing a sport, but there's no goals. They're just on the field.
Correct, yeah.
They don't know where to kick the ball.
Correct. Whereas I was absolutely clear about, and I think that makes it easy. Does that make it
Oh,
easier?
so easy.
Yeah.
You said to me, I need outcome A and B,
Yep.
and the timeline is C.
Yep.
So easy. I mean, whether it's realistic or not, herein lies the challenge.
Yeah.
But to me, so easy. It's math.
Yeah, it's math.
So but then that leads us back to, okay, you need A and B, and you need it to occur approximately by C
Yep.
with some buffers.
Yep.
Cool. Away we go.
Yeah.
Which then takes us back to, over the last 5 years, we built up over 20 at one point, and now we're stripping back down. And we'll probably strip back down to 2 or 3. But that purpose was you wanted the beautiful Gold Coast beach home. So what have we been able to achieve there?
Do I tell you the journey of Lagoon? Because it was...
Whatever you want to do. Well, I mean, we're neighbours.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I originally I assumed, never assumed because you make an ass out of you and me, I assumed that I'd be in a 2-bed, 3-bed apartment.
Yep.
And I remember you talking to me, and you're a bit of a cheeky bastard because you were sitting there, you knew exactly what, and you're like, so Kez, do you want the penthouse at Lagoon? And I nearly, not fainted, I won't say, I was like,
You went,
what?
oh fuck.
No, I think I said, what the? What? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And you said,
millions and
and
millions
you
of-
are
yeah.
so cute because you sit there and you go, I've done the numbers. And I sat there and go, are you serious?
Not possible.
I'm really? And I still pinch myself now. I'm just like, I'm so freaking excited. I can't tell you.
So for people...
I cannot tell you, G. Can I say it again?
Yeah.
This is so, oh my God. And it's close.
Yeah, very couple
It's
months.
really close.
So for anyone tuning in that doesn't know Kez's story, she wanted A and B. She wanted it by C. I took A and B to a little bit of a upper few levels, let's just say. And we've bought neighbouring penthouses together on top of a building in Main Beach on the Gold
I'm so
Coast,
excited.
where we're, I don't know, 15 metres to the main street and the cafes and 30 metres, 40 metres to the sand,
beach.
to the beach.
Which is exactly where I want to be, because I don't want to be on the beach, because Main Beach was smashed during the cyclone. So this is the perfect place.
So it's a great location because you've got your views of the Broadwater, the river, the ocean, you've got everything you need in the main
North
street.
facing.
Yep, beautiful. So that was the goal, the A and the B by C, which we've been able to achieve. And you sat with Karen recently.
No, I love Karen.
All right.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
Because obviously you had some concerns. You're like, all right, well, I've bought all this stuff in the last 5 years, and what do we do now? And we're now obviously selling that down. And some cool numbers in there. Some stuff you bought for 5s and 6s that are now selling for 9s and 1s. It's almost doubled. There's some stuff you bought for 7, selling for 9, like a $250,000 here. There's some really cool numbers in there, which people should not, just to be clear, people should not expect those rates of return in those short amount of times.
Correct.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Right? But you've been fortunate enough to be a recipient of those returns in that amount of time. So we're now liquidating down through that portfolio.
But if I can interrupt you as well, I also did as I was told.
True.
You know, and I think that's important, because I think that a lot of people will come into this journey and then they'll be told what they need to do and then they won't do it. And I often say, because I'll come to events that you put on, and I'll say, just do as you're told. And I think that was, for me, and even now, it's so important, because I'm not the expert. You want to come and talk about gold? I can talk all day and all night about that. But structure and understanding of property, ain't no one like you guys. No one. So that's why you said, what do you want? I said, let's go hard.
Yep.
And you've made it happen. And I think that's the difference.
So we're now going to have Sydney. You sat with Karen. You're going to have your main beach and it's not the 2-3. It's the penthouse. It's over 2 levels. You got the rooftop pool, the barbecue
so
area. It's
excited.
absolutely stunning. It's pretty special, to be honest.
No,
And
it's not just pretty special. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for this.
it's also timing and from when you purchase it, timing, construction costs, values.
Oh, yeah.
The market's moved so much as well.
True.
So for you, there's a pretty decent win here, and for me as
Okay.
well, and all of our clients.
Okay.
So we've got a pretty decent win as far as our equity position as well once we
Okay.
settle. So, I mean, that's just a bonus, but that helps as well. But what do you think? Well, actually, I'll go back a step. Is it worth the effort? Is it worth the time, the energy, the paperwork, the documents, the amount of times you got to listen to Dr. Wilson, the amount of times you got to listen to my verbal diary? Like, is it worth the effort? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
I hate the word effort.
Okay.
Because actually you guys make it effortless. Now, there is some, especially at the beginning, you've got to get your paperwork together. You've got to, it depends on what you want and how badly you want it. I knew what I wanted and I knew what I needed to do. And I'm as tight as a fish's bum. And when you say don't spend on this, that and the other, I don't. Because I knew what the end result that I wanted was. Is it worth the effort? Oh, hell yeah. In June, I think we purchased it in 2022.
Yep.
We're now 2026 and I'm moving in hopefully in June. And I know that's going to come around so fast. But is it worth it? Hell yeah. Okay. By the way, even my son turned around and said he might come up for Christmas next year.
Oh, it'd be a pretty special Christmas. There you go. Would you, curiosity, with the 9 properties you had and the other investments you had, gold and silver and all this sort of stuff, shares, whatever it may be, because you were quite diversified, to be
Yes.
fair. Like we focus on reducing debt, mortgages and real estate. That's our core business. If you want to talk about superannuation, we refer you out to an external financial planner. You need legal, you go talk to an external solicitor, accounting, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but they're all people that you
Well, we've
know
got
and
10 of
trust.
everything, right? We've worked on my stuff, cool, they can work on your stuff.
Yeah.
With the 9 that you had, would you have been able to bridge the gap from where you were with the 9 to the penthouse
Not a
today
chance.
in 5 years?
Not a chance. I can tell you that absolutely without a shadow of a doubt. Not a chance.
Okay.
Because I was brought up, my dad was court-martialed in the Navy, lost everything. Mum went back and started working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. No, in a restaurant. And they did it tough, but one of the ways that they got a fairly nice lifestyle was they were purchasing property.
Right.
But what I saw them do, they worked really, really hard. They'd buy something, they'd do everything themselves, including moving furniture, they'd manage the office. But they also said to me, you buy and you never sell.
Well, that's what I was asking, because you obviously, and some of them, if you're still holding them today in the areas they were, probably wouldn't have done
anything.
much, you know. And 90+% of Australia is moving at the moment, but some of these hadn't, and they just weren't right. But so you don't think you would have been able to bridge that gap?
Not a chance.
Okay.
I can say that 100%, not even 95%, 100%.
So the sphincter pucker, as we call it, thanks to Rosie, of liquidating the 8,
Yes.
we then obviously were able to reinvest that capital to then get you where you are today to bridge that gap in just 5 years. Now, I say to people, don't take an investment horizon in anything that's under 10 years. You know, you've got to think long term, right?
Yeah.
5 years is it's a bit of an ask, but it worked in this case. But you did do everything that you were told or asked to. You stuck to it, so well done to you. What do you think, or how hard was it to let go? Because I know there's a lot of people out there, for example, you see them at an event, they've still got their old home. And
Yeah.
they borrowed $1 million in Sydney of debt to get a new home, and they kept the old one, and it only owes 200. I'm like, sell that dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like sell it and dump the 800 off your home and go buy 4 in there.
But, gee, most of them don't. Most Australians don't understand structure. Most Australians don't understand how you get people to go from there. I see it all the time. And I see people that have got, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cross-securitized.
No, well, they've cross-securitized, but they don't believe that what you do works.
Oh, yeah. Everyone
How
thinks
could that
yeah.
possibly work?
Yeah, and that's the comments on all of the posts all the time.
All
I mean,
the
I'm not in
time.
socials these days as much, but it's not too good to be true. It's like, well, if you're commenting that, it is. Just go live your life,
Yeah.
bud. But there's plenty of resources and information and knowledge out. It's like a library. All the knowledge in the world is in a library.
In your library.
Well, in general in a library, right? In all the books.
yeah.
But likewise, these days it's on the internet, right? But some of it is true, some of it is not true.
Exactly.
A lot of it is true, but what will work for Kerry won't work for Terry.
Yeah.
So like there's this level of understanding. There's not just execution. Oh, yeah, here's a strategy. Strategy for Kerry may not work for Terry.
Absolutely.
Or Berry or Perry or what, like, and that's that knowledge of that execution of someone who's actually walked the walk. And I think that's really important for people that, you know, we can't help the whole bloody planet. We can only help a certain amount of people each month or each year. And I think it's really important people understand the person they're going to trust with their family's livelihood needs to walk the walk. And they need to walk the walk and have, I suggest, 10 plus years of proof.
Yeah.
Why 10? Because anyone who's done under 10, anyone who started a business in 2020 through the COVID era and saying how great and successful they are, they haven't been through a downturn yet.
Yeah.
And the old saying, when the tide goes out, you'll see who's swimming naked. Mm-hmm. So I'd suggest make sure that they look for someone who's 10 plus years in business, has been through a good time and a bad time, and are still thriving, not just surviving with their clientele. I think that's really important, right? And they have clients that are still dealing with them 10 or plus years.
Yeah, true.
That's really important because there's obviously value there for them. So I want to jump to a minute for a second here. How valuable has it been for you to interact in the community on this journey? Because it's one thing to go, see these people on social media. It's us or any company, see this thing on social media. How valuable or helpful has it been to be able to interact with people that have been around for 10, 15 years or 13 years or 5 months? Has that helped along the way?
Within this community?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think I remember you saying once you have a no dickheads policy.
Yeah.
And that shows.
Yeah.
Because I have connected with some incredible people. This company is so big now, I'm clearly not connecting with anyone, all of them, but the ones that I do connect with and the ones that I've been on amazing experiences with, they're such good people.
Beautiful human beings.
From all walks of life.
And that they
But
don't
the
have
common denominator is they, including me, we want to help others on their journey because you have helped us. So we believe, like you do, for us, it's how can we give back? That's why I'm here talking to you today. You know, I'm still pretty freaking busy at the moment, but I will absolutely, you ask me to give my time, 100% always say yes.
I love that. I love that you're prepared. Everyone's so prepared to give back and help each other. It means a lot. So I really appreciate it. Kerry, we were fortunate enough actually to steal you and bundle you up and take you off to America, to the United States recently with a big group of clients and help pre-launch of what we do there with mortgage reduction. How was that experience? Talk to that for a little bit for all of the Americans listening in and tuning in and going, oh yeah, this crazy bloody Aussie, you know, like.
Well, we do talk funny.
We do talk. Oh,
But
you ever watch
can
an
I-
Australian movie every now and then and you go, oh, gee, do we sound like that?
Yeah, we do sound like that, but or do they talk funny?
Oh, I think we talk funny.
No, I think they talk funny. Anyway,
We're rough.
I felt very honoured to go across to speak to them. And I think that, again, your vision is to take that market and turn it on its head and to let people know that they don't have to be it's almost like a victim of their current system. That the system that you're going to show them, if they trust it, and they should, is going to completely blow them out of the water, my opinion. It's what you've done here. It's no different over there, except they've got longer mortgages.
Well, they actually have the product there.
Yeah.
We have to create versions of products here and ask for special white label lending and manipulate it to get the features. They have it there.
Oh, okay.
They have a first lien HELOC. Now, the rate's higher, so they scare them off because of the rate. Just like Australia, when I say, does rate matter over 30, 40 years? Well, it does over 30 or 40 or 50, but does rate matter over 5 or 7?
No.
Not if you're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars of interest being calculated every day and charged every month. So it's interesting over there because you watch the beginning of those presentations and they're a bit like, by the end of it, I get the hair standing up and people, this is great, and they're all flocking to you guys.
They were really standoff. Like when you first started speaking, they were pretty standoff. I remember it. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, you know, it's like when you look out at an audience and they're all sitting there, no one's smiling.
Yeah.
And half of them have got their arms crossed like this. And you're thinking, oh, this is not going well. But you, I don't know.
And then I'm like, oh, fuck,
think you
sorry.
swore.
I said, oh, fuck, sorry. I said, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. 'Cause we're a bit
Then they
loose.
all started laughing.
I was like,
And it almost it broke the ice. And by the end of it, we were getting lots of questions and they're asking stuff. And it was amazing. And I think there was that moment where they clicked.
that clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to get you back with that group to come and share again when we do a couple of events so people can poke and prod and, I mean, well, not too physically unless it's, very wealthy, astute businessman, but I'll have to
Very
sign
wealthy
off.
billionaire.
Yeah, I'll have to sign off on that. But,
Yeah.
but we'll have to get you back over for all of the American launch stuff because I think it will be really valuable for anyone listening to this that relates to your journey and goes, oh, well, I'm kind of very similar to Kerry. Well, why can't I get these results? So I think that will help a lot over the next year or so. So we'll steal, I know you're busy, but we'll try to steal you a couple of times again.
Fine, G.
That's okay.
If I can help, I will always help.
What would you say, whether it's American, whether it's Australian, whether we get people in the UK, New Zealand, what would you say to people is the hardest thing about getting out of your own, you could be a really astute businesswoman, right? What would you say the hardest thing about removing your own ego about, I'm great at my business in gold, but you know what? Somebody could probably be better with my money while I go make more money. As an example, what would you say some of the hardest things about getting out of your own way for people that are listening? Because we all think we know boats. I know boats. I can manage my money.
Let the baker bake. Let the baker bake.
So don't bring the dough, the recipe, the pizza oven.
Don't bring what
just
you
make the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know, could I cut my own hair? No. Could I do what you've done in property? No. Do I understand what I do for my YouTube channel? Do I understand how to connect the resources industry? Do I understand the Absolutely. You want to talk to me about geology and various things like that and gold and silver? Yes.
That's your jam, yeah.
But I am not, and this is where I think people, if you're really smart, you get the brightest team around you. So when it came to property, and also, by the way, it's not just property. For me, I see now, for me with Infinity, it's mindset, it's property, it's understanding wealth / money. And I think one of the big things that you give to people is having them be consciously aware of buying the crap they don't need to impress people that don't care about them.
I love that. Well, I really want to thank you for that, because we're going to steer you again and get you back to America so that people can, benefit from your experience. So we're definitely going to do that. I just want to say a big thank you for coming and doing that in America. So thank you.
Always welcome.
Jumping back to Australia for a second. What is it with tall poppy syndrome in Australia?
Oh, don't get me. Do you really want to get me so?
Yeah.
How long have
got
you
it
got?
fired up.
Oh, my God. You know what? Where's the camera? What is it with you people? Seriously. Why can't we be absolutely turning around to people and saying, I love your success. One day, if I work really hard, I'll be as successful as you. You just got me on my soapbox. Gee.
I know. Well, you know what I've never seen? I get all these people constantly trying to leverage off me or have a crack. I've never had somebody in a superior position to me have a crack at me. Never. Or use my content. And I wonder, and I was like, these people that are constantly like, I seen one the other day, someone sent me, the guy's got 8 likes, made a video on my video about me to try to drum up business. He's better than me. He's got 8 likes on it. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm like winning Monopoly on fucking having 8,000 or 3 million plays. But it's like, if we could all, you're right, because if we could put the effort into building a community, giving back to a community, to your own community, of helping your clients transform their lives, not transact with them, of giving to charity like we did at the Christmas, like I don't know what it is. Like, why is everyone so fucking jealous of the people that they think they should be? Like, why do we just
Because they're lazy.
We'll just run our own. Well, some of them go to great efforts in society. I mean, you look at the political scene, you look at whether it's religion, all this stuff, right? Everybody is just wanting to just fucking fight with each other. I don't bother now. I just fucking ignore and block whatever.
It's
But
the only thing you can do.
it's like the world's gone mad. But Australia, right at the precipice, like we've got to be ranked the worst for this shit.
Well, when you get to my age, you'll go, it's still going on. Because I remember when I was quite young, same thing was happening. My mum would say, what is wrong with people? Why can't they be happy? There was one guy when I was a little girl, and he was doing some gardening for my mum. And they've been through their hard times. They worked their yin-yangs off, and they were quite successful in the end. And this gardener came up and he said, wow, he looked at Mum's house, he said, one day if I work really hard, I'd love a house like that. Do you know what my mum did? She rang every single one of her friends and she said, I want you to employ this gardener. And she helped him build his business.
Yeah.
Because he had the attitude of, if I work hard, I too could be successful one day.
I do that every day. I mean, look at Nick and Casey. I went and found 2 experts in a field for our clients for health.
Yeah.
And look at their businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, because Beck and I give away more money in prizes than is ever generated by these things. It's stupid, but it's great for the community.
Yeah.
But it's great for their businesses.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
And then you look at all the auxiliary businesses off the back of that. We have health food suppliers and energy. And all
This
sorts
is a
of stuff.
whole community that's
It's
growing.
an ecosystem.
Yeah, it's an ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem. It's not Graham. It's its own brand now. I'm sort of, kids soon. I'm done. I'm out. Good luck, everyone, right?
Good.
You've got the Rachels of the world and you've got all these other...
I love Rachel.
Couple
She's
of hundred
amazing.
team members here that are brilliant now and now globally. So, but I really struggle. I really struggle with it across everything nationally that everyone's just... We've just lost the plot. Like, just go do your thing.
You know what,
do
Chi?
you, boo.
No. If you keep doing what you're doing, and I learn what you've done, and it becomes a movement that, and we can snuff out the tall poppy syndrome. We can do it. I mean, heavens, your business is growing so fast. Mine's just a tiddly little thing, but you know, it's growing fast. We can just snuff out the people.
Maybe. Maybe we can affect some real change.
I hope so.
Bit of legacy.
No,
That'd
I
be
know
cool.
so.
Yeah,
I know you will.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so. What's a couple of separate of Infinity? Because yes, everyone come to us, but forget Infinity for a second. What could you tell people? A couple of wins along the way before we wrap up. What could you share with them about their financial position, and or wins or losses? What's some hard things they need to work on? What's some quick wins for them?
Okay. Hard things to work on are be very conscious, as I said before, be careful where you spend your hard-earned dollars, because most people spend unconsciously because it's very easy to tap away.
Yeah.
I often say, and I still do this, take out cash on a Sunday, that's your budget for the week, and if you spend it all by Wednesday, the hard decision will be, we're going to have a very quiet Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I guess be disciplined. If you want, I think we live in a world now, G, where it's immediate gratification.
Yeah.
I was prepared to do the hard yards to get to my end goal, but have the end goal in mind.
And you did for the last 5 years.
Yep. In terms of quick wins, it's kind of quick, but you've got to be conscious of mindset. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Both of you are right. But you know what? I hear too many people that have this negative mindset. I can't afford. I'm always sick. Nothing good happens to me. It's okay for him. He's lucky. Well, why don't you turn all that around and say, I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. Thank you. I have parking angels. I get a parking spot every day, exactly where I want.
Love a good parking angel.
Love a good parking angel.
Although I should probably get rid of the parking angel and walk a couple of blocks. But anyway, love a good parking angel.
But, you know, that's it. That's it, really, G. It's just the mindset. And if you think you can, you can.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing again, both in Australia and in America. We're definitely going to get you back because we want to we might do a little video if you're happy to share a little bit of getting the keys to the to the main beach penthouse. And what do you reckon? We do a little party. I'll bring the wine.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be great for people to see that journey and to see that joy, maybe tears. I don't know, smiles, laughter.
I can almost guarantee there'll be tears. I cannot tell you. It's getting so close. I'm talking to you January/February, right? June's going to come here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, practical completion is March.
So yeah, you got your furniture ready to rock?
No.
Oh, Joe, you better start.
I need some. I better talk to Beck. No, can't talk to Beck. She's too busy.
So I think we might have to, if it's okay with you, maybe follow a little bit of the journey and share, because I think it's really special.
It's very special
to see somebody get their forever home and to also have been able to follow the journey for the last 5 years of how you got there.
Yeah.
What did it involve? And I think maybe too at the end, we might pull apart the entire journey if that's okay and go, hey, we bought this, we sold that, we did this, we paid this. So I think that'll be really cool later on this year that we actually share that, as much as we can of that journey of how do we get there?
Yeah, I think it'd be.
What do we have to do to get there? I think
because I think
really
that'd be
cool.
good for me.
Yeah, to look back on.
To look back on it as well.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
Amazing.
Well, stunning as always, insightful as always. It's been a pleasure. And I really look forward to this next session when we get the keys to the new palace.
Oh, so exciting. Thanks, G.
Thanks for sharing, Kez.
I love you. I appreciate you.
Likewise, thank you.
You're fucking gone. See ya.